Nzingha and saying goodbye. Good morning, Amber class, said Mrs. Adisa. Good morning, Mrs. Adisa. Good morning, everyone, replied Amber class. I have some sad news to tell you, said Mrs. Adisa. Amber class listened quietly and waited because that's what you did in Mrs. Adisa's class. Mrs. Adisa continued, Domino died yesterday. Domino was the school rabbit. He was black and white and lived in a big run on the grass outside the classrooms. They saw Mrs. Adisa's eyes shine with tears. They all felt sad. Domino was our school rabbit for 8 years, and that's a long time in rabbit years. So you mean he was very old? Asked Caden. Yes, he was very old and also very tired. Mrs. Adisa, did you see him when he died? Asked Stacy. No, it was Mr. Spooner who found him. But he wasn't sick, so why did he die? Asked Rebecca. The vet came to see him and said that he was just very old. Poor Domino. I wish we could see him again, sighed Rebecca. Yes, we will miss him, said Mrs. Adisa. Do you have any memories of Domino? He loved it when I tickled his ears. He used to nudge my hand to make me do it some more, said Andrew. I remember that he loved lettuce, but he didn't like carrots, said Nzingha. Ugh, me neither, said Caden. Amber class laughed. Mrs. Adisa let the children talk about Domino. Some of their memories were happier. They liked it when he tickled their hands with his wet nose. Amber class drew pictures of Domino and wrote about their favorite memories of him and other people that they knew. Rebecca remembered Mr. Harris from her church, who was 91 when he died. He loved to sing hymns. Caden remembered his Auntie Mabel. She was not old, but she was very sick. When she smiled, she had just one dimple. Nzingha remembered her granddaddy, who lived in Trinidad. The last time Nzingha went to visit him, he took her to his farm and she helped him pick mangoes and oranges. It was so hot, Granddaddy was sweating. We sat under a mango tree and drank fresh lemon juice that Granny made for us, said Nzingha. That sounds like it was fun, said Rebecca. Oh yes, it was fun. Granddaddy loved his farm. Sometimes we would just sit and watch the butterflies and tiny lizards, and he would tell me stories about them. Your granddad sounds like he was a very kind man, said Mrs. Adisa. Amber class was quiet for a moment as they thought about Nzingha's granddaddy. Granny phoned us to tell us that Granddaddy had died. She said he died very peacefully. Did you go to Trinidad to say goodbye? Asked Mrs. Adisa. Yes, I went with my mom and dad. We all went to the farm because that was Granddaddy's favorite place. It was very sad, but we talked about the good times and that made us smile. Do you miss your granddad? Asked Rebecca. Oh yes, I miss him a lot. Sometimes I cry because I feel sad. My mom told me that it's okay to cry because this helps me say goodbye to Granddaddy. I like what your mom told you, Nzingha, said Mrs. Adisa. When someone dies, or when a pet dies like Domino, we may feel sad and we may cry. Other times, we may not cry, even when we feel sad, and that's okay too. Sometimes we may even laugh because we remember the good times. This is all part of saying goodbye to those we love. Amber class thought about Nzingha's granddaddy, about Auntie Mabel, and about Mr. Harris and Domino. Mrs. Adisa took them outside and they stood around Domino's hutch. Some of them cried a little, but everyone also smiled as they shared memories of Domino. Amber class said goodbye. They would not forget Domino. They were so happy that they knew him and for all the fun times they had had with him. Thank you, Domino, for all those fun times. Thank you, Domino, for helping to make us feel happy. Goodbye, Domino. We miss you, and we will always love you.